Hi, I'm Tati, and this is what I read in June and July. So I decided to do a combined June and July wrap-up because I read every one of these books during a readathon, which all have their own separate wrap-up videos that I did. So this video is kind of just going to be me giving each of these books a quick rating. So first up, I read 4 books in June, and these were all books that I read during my 24-hour tiny readathon. First up was Stay Sweet by Siobhan Vivian. This one is about Amelia, who is spending her summer trying to save an ice cream stand that she loves. It's a very sweet and cute romantic contemporary story. Definitely gave me Sarah Dessen vibes, and I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. Next up was There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. This one is about Makani, whose classmates start becoming victims of a serial killer. Honestly, I recommend going into this one knowing as little as possible, but I personally really liked it and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Next up is Sadie by Courtney Summers. This is another one that I really recommend going into knowing not too much about it, except that I would recommend listening to it as an audiobook because it's written as a podcast. Listening to it is a really cool experience. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. And then finally, Prince Charming by Rachel Hawkins. In this one, Daisy's sister is dating a Scottish prince, and it's turning Daisy's life upside down. This was a really cute and fun one, sort of a perfect vacation read, I thought, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. And then I read 13 books in July, 4 during the biannual bibliothon, and 9 during the reading rush. First up is Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon Maguire. This one is a fantasy story about a boarding school for children who come back from fantasy worlds. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. Then I finally finished The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. This is the second book in the Truly Devious series, which is fast becoming one of my new favorite series. And I thought this book was really impressive because it is a sequel, which are hard to get right, but I absolutely love this one and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. And then I read Wires and Nerve by Marissa Meyer. This is a graphic novel set in the Lunar Chronicles series and it stars Aiko. It's really far into the series, so I can't really get into what the plot is about, but it does have all of our favorite characters from the original series, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Next up is Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie. This is a classic mystery about an impossible murder committed on a train. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. Then I read the rest of the story by Sarah Dessen. In this one, Emma is visiting her family at the lake for the first time since she was a little girl. This is such a fun contemporary book with a splash of romance and a bit of a family history mystery. And overall, just the story of a girl trying to figure out who she is and who she wants to be. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars. Next up was The Lovely and the Lost by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This one is about Kira, who after being found alone in the woods is adopted by a family where the family business is search and rescue. This is an amazing mystery story and family story, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashers. This one is about a group of 4 friends, a pair of jeans that fits them all, and one life-changing summer. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars, and I also happened to watch the movie adaptation of it, and I would give that 4 out of 5 stars as well. Then I read Of Poseidon by Anna Banks. In this one, Emma is a sirena, which from what I could tell is basically a mermaid, but the sirena don't like using the word mermaid, but she doesn't know it. This is definitely a story I would say was very romance heavy, and also that it's a tiny bit outdated. However, I had a lot of fun reading it, so I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I also read the sequel to this one, Of Triton, and I did enjoy it, but not as much as the first one, so I ended up giving Of Triton 3 stars. And then I read Avatar: The Last Airbender: The Rift, parts 1, 2, and 3. This is a comic that helps continue the story from where the TV show Avatar: The Last Airbender left off, and I am really loving the comics in this series. I gave the first part 5 stars and the second and third part each 4 stars. And that's everything I read in June and July. If you liked this video, please give it a like. Let me know what you think of any of these books in the comments. I have new videos every Tuesday and Friday, so subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks for watching. Bye. I have no This is the second book in the Truly. This one is about Daisy, whose sister. I should read it first.